Hetep, hetep, hetep. Yeah, I've come once again to disseminate the truth to my fellow Africans, because we are the rare cells of Mother Nature. Please, if you come here, always I've been telling you, try to share so that we can get awakening souls to uplift the souls of Mother Afuraka and the deities. So every day what I come here to tell you is the truth. Yeah, young girl, you're highly welcome. What I come here to tell you is the truth from ancient of days through the creation era up to now. Everything I come here to tell you is the truth. People that you hate me, I know people always talk bad things about me. Always. They said I'm worshiping demons, I'm worshiping other deities, other things. But before you judge me, think what was there before the white came here. What was there before? It was blackness. So human beings, the black people, we came to Mother Earth first. So I'm following the cult of my ancestors, the cult of nature, Mother Nature. So if you come here, don't insult me. Calm down. Listen to what I'm saying. Resonate with it with a higher frequency. Then we move on. Okay? So please, we are going to give a nice national anthem then before we pour libation. Okay? Yeah. So we are going to play a nice song. Then we start our libation. Okay? Nation demands for devotion. Let us all unite to uphold when my make and brings us strong. Arise, gather youth for your country. The nation demands for devotion. Let us all unite to uphold when my make and brings us strong. We are involved. We are we are in building our mind. Yeah, this is our right hand, okay? Because of the video, you see that it's our left hand, but this is our right hands. So we gave the national anthem to Mother Afuraka, Mother Ghana. So we are now going to pour libation to Mother Nature. Then we resonate with a higher frequency, okay? Ago, ago, ago. Nana nyame wa, nana nyame. Obatan ni eja kese a mufri esum asase ase, esum esoro, esum ensuomu, esum enipemu, esum dayemu, esum enuamu, esum mwamutumi efiri esum free abodie ahyase a eni ewiye da. Nana nyame wa, nana nyame. Mwamubo nsuo a ensa da ne benya ensa. Ene da isi wa ha ye kire mo nsa, yetimi ma mo nsa. Nemom ye kase enhira ene enomye amayi afiri yeso. Na ma ye ho atoyen ne nya bibia die ne nya bibia nom no. Yeso de nya bia di ne nya bia nom ne yeso ye kase. Ye kramo ye mo kase ma mudi no so. Ye hira mo pem kanfo mo pem konkromo pem nana. Kase mo nkoso. Nana nyame wa na nyame mo nkoso. Nkoso. Epia. Owe. Ago. Mami water, papa water, mama nunu net. Obatan ni eja kese a mo free nsuo mu. Ma abodie nyina nam nsuo so eba asase we so. Ene dey sem ho mami water, papa water, obatan ni eja kese mutumi ma hoɔden nam nsuo so. Ma nnoma nyina wie pɛyɛ na mo nkoso modie nie. Nana nyankropɔn nana nyankontɔn rara et nana onkwaso udie nie. Twediampɔn kwa ame nana onkwaso udie nie. Emununkum agrada ayirem ensroma a mo wie mu. Nsu am to firi soro ebegu asase so ema yen. Nana monkwaso masida piesie nie. Akradin abosom a mukutan yen na wotweda ne nyina mu. Bosom jo, bosom bene, bosom ku, bosom ya, bosom fi, bosom amenmen. Bosom ewusi. Ene da isi ha nana monkwaso mudie nie. Ene da bosom adwo okada nie. Bosom adwo bosom kese a wode wahoɔden nam awiam ehyehye ene da yi. Bosom jo e ka se onkwaso udie nie so okwaso jujujujujuju. Bosom kese ne fra otahuti se chat brechiri be hu ade. Osrane kese bosom kese a osom yebo nana onkwaso udie nie. Asase ya, asase afua, asase obatampa, omuni afuru mahye, omuna ye nananmo, omuni ewu ebeba, omuna asuo akukudam nyina ehye. Papa oboni o so na ye beda o, ye bedi o, ye benum o, ye so. Nana, asase obatampa, asase ya, asase afua nana monkwaso udie nie. Apepo, abotan, abo, ebunu, enua, ahoma, enuro, aduane, enwura ne ahaban nyina nana monkwaso mudie nie. Emwadom am wasase so mo am wasase ase takrabo am tufa wiem am wo nsuo mu nyina emwadom nyina monkwaso mu de nie. Asuo ematan ni eja akase mo twa asase nyina so ahia afura ka asase so Ghana asase so nana sene da isi wa ha obatan nana afia bibiri kwai asase so nana wasase so ne ho nkwaso de nie. Oni eso atwa mantam nyina ahia bosom nana apepom nsuo ne fe apeposu bosom akakade bosom bonhunu bosom mu asua bosom akasua bosom atani ata bosom kotoko bon nana monkwaso mudie nie o. Bosom nana abna kwai adiamla bosom nana abna kwa nana abna butu kwai anwemu bosom nana ebusu koka kwanso bosom nana ebusu kwai adiamla kwanso nana monkwaso wagin kwama yenu bremu bosom bremu nana onkwaso udie nie. Bosom pra bosom tano bosom hrew bosom go bosom ade yie bosom nana antuanyama nana monkwaso mudie nie. Bosom kese nana asuo otade bosom twen nana onkwaso udie nie. Bosom bia nana onkwaso udie nie. Bosom densu bosom ayensu bosom ankobla nana onkwaso udie nie. Bosom fraw bosom oti bosom nana fi obata pakwa eshi bosom fosu aboaje nana monkwaso mudie nie. Asuo kese bobo asuo kese komo kodivo amonten so nana monkwaso mudie nie. Epiawo asusan asubonten ne asuo mfra pepomu abutamu abuomu enuamu haban mu asase ase nyina ensuo nyina la ebiala mo nana monkwaso mudie nie. Nananum samanfo nananum samampa nananum amudi kan asase we so nipa tuntum kwan samampomu nananum samanfo nananum samampa nananum amohwere mokra ewo ensuo mu eja so asase ase amanone a mode mokra to ho ma yesa yen enchirima no so aye ba no ye ho beto yen ye behu no kra woni birim nana monkwaso mudie nie. Nana oba pani nana ya sokwa nana oba pani nana kwame bonfi nana monkwaso masida piesie nie. Nana oba pani nana efiafo so na fra ominipo nana kofi akom nana kwame kwate na fra kwapa nana onkwaso mudie nie. Nana oba pani nana ama brimpoma na fra bro hyiu nana chen awudin chen na da mesoma pani etun bedi nana onkwaso nana ya tongo nana kua tongo nana kwabla tongo nana kofi biri kran nana monkwaso mudie nie. Mo fa akom mo fa kosi akom kodwo ma fa madam kofi asante nana monkwaso mudie nie. Ena no kofo Gabe ena kofo Kramante ena kofo nana abna araminta ena kofo kwame nananum ena no kofo anochi na kwame nkroma nana monkwaso masida piesie nie monje nsano man. Sene da isi wa ha ene da yeda amoyi aso o man se ene da emble a bosom a wapie bosom e wapie a edi na kakra yesu ye yi apaye se emra bosom kese wapie a ene da eye woda ye fra bosom adwo oda yi bosom kese ye sro pacho ye hiro eye kese ma odi ni so de yefum so bia ye sro pacho odi yefum so nyina che no aso apaye mu no ahira yen nana monkwaso bosom adwo ene da yi okrada wo yesu ni nuanum bedi nkomo se de mo da dom yen no mam ye hu no kreso ye bie no kreso so ache ye nuanum me ho atoyen nana monkwaso odi ni apia nana monkwaso oman asase anase oman Africa Ghana sase yete so empanifo edi anim nka no kra nkyere yen na yede yaba se yepese no kra ende edi se ne da esi yaba sa ne yeso ye wa ha ye ka se asase obatampa a ye asase ya ani asase afua amuna ma ye bibidie no mama ye bibianom na mun na munhyira ama onipa ye adefo sase mumu oni edidi mumu ani ewu aye beba mumu ne efuru mahye papa oboni yomu na munim agrada adwa na esi no so ni nyina mu menkuyen na mu de ye aduane nyina ma ye meyenso ye hotoyen ene da esi wa ye kasa ye hyira mo yam kase nipa bonefo de nana so mo num nsuo de amonium nam ensa we so ene yom ndi ne nyonyonyonyonyonyo ye mpanifo mo de ye ni mo Ghana asase we so a mo pese mo bebie no kura so a kire yen de nana mo nyom ndi ne nyonyonyonyo so mo num nsuo eno mo ensa de nana mo nam nsuo ene ensa so ne yom ndi nyonyonyonyo nana antoanya ma obatan kase wo pe no kure se de bela da ye sufre no na wo je ye so nana ye ma nsanom na mom oto obo wo mre a esemu na wo kwaso odi nie nananom ene da esi wa ha yishira mo yam kase a esemu mo kwaso epiawo nana mo kwaso ewe kwaso ewe. Yes, libation is the first connection to Mother Nature. Libation is the first connection to Mother Nature. Life came into existence through waters, and waters falls from heavens to Mother Earth. Mother Earth fertilizes. The sperm comes from the man, penis, as semen, the semen, to the ovum as the sea. So the semen goes towards the sea to fish. Do you understand? So it adds together. Now you become what? A being. So our foundation is water, matter, liquid, solid, and gas. So today we are going to elaborate on a deep topic. On a deep topic. So please get in touch. Share, okay? Share for everyone. Yeah, we've come once again. Yeah, we are now going to talk about our topic today. Yeah, I've always been telling you, if the leaders are not going to tell us the truth, we will try to open the minds of our people so that we can move Africa on. Agwasi, where the mommy why? Always I've been telling you, Sunday, S-U-N, is sun. D-A-Y is day. So, Sunday is the worship of the sun. S-U-N. So on Sunday, Christians go to church on Sunday. And they call it what? Sunday service. And the Sunday service that they go is the worship of the sun. And in ancient Rome, called now Italy, they call the sun what? Helios. Helios, okay? The sun was called what? Helios in ancient Rome. Helios means the sun in ancient Rome. So through the Helios, the book of Ra, the book of the sun was changed to what? Helios Biblos, or Helios Papyrus, which is the Bible. And Bible is B-I-B-L-E, basic instructions before leaving earth. And this is the combination of our African what? Books, which help us to maneuver our way in life. But our leaders who came to take over now decided to fragilize our cult of nature. So we are having a great man or a great prophet called Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, who gave us the truth of our history or his story or her story. So let's listen to this before we continue, okay? Let's listen to this before we continue.
Forces arrayed against us are, and I use the word most carefully, formidable. They are intense and powerful. They are, as I've taken some pains to explain, they operate in worldwide combinations at all levels: political, economic, military, cultural, educational, social, and trade. And not all, and through intelligence, cultural, and information services. They operate from European and African centers, using agents who, I'm ashamed to say, are often unpatriotic sons of Africa, buying personal satisfactions with the betrayal of their country's safety and integrity.
Let's listen to it again, okay? This is a voice from Osajifo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Forces arrayed against us are, and I use the word most carefully, formidable. They are entrenched and powerful. They are, as I have taken some pains to explain, they operate in worldwide combinations at all levels: political, economic, military, cultural, educational, social, and trade. And not all, and through intelligence, cultural, and information services. They operate from European and African centers, using agents who, I'm ashamed to say, are often unpatriotic sons of Africa, buying personal satisfactions with the betrayal of their country's safety and integrity.
Yes, this was a prophecy said by His Excellency Dr. Osajifo Kwame Nkrumah, the great man who was able to influence colonization to bring about what? True civilization to Mother Africa through the center of Africa, Ghana. Now, this man was talking about how these whites operate from what? Their what? Colony, infiltrating our cult of nature, using the betrayals of what? His own citizens, which are unpatriotic citizens, looking for the betrayals of their own country because of what? Their satisfactions of themselves and their family. That is what His Excellency Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was saying. They influence our cult of nature. They influence our culture, whereby they told us that our cult of nature was bad, whereby they told us that our cult of nature is demonic. Then they influence our life with the white and pseudo-false religion, religion called Christianity. Do you understand? And our ancestors were beaten to accept Christianity from Alexander the Great, from ancient Kemet, through the era to ancient Mali. They infiltrated our cult of nature. They changed all our spirituality. They changed all our forces of nature. They told us that they are bad. They told us that Abosom are bad. They told us that Orishas, deities are bad. But I'm here to tell you, our cult of nature is the true cult of nature. Our cult of nature is the rare cult of nature. Our cult of nature is the first cult of nature. Do you understand? So our leaders, who are calling themselves the elites, the enlightened one, they are coming from the Freemason lodges, Freemasonry. When we talk about the Freemasonry, we are talking about the secret societies. They are the people, a group of people, call themselves brotherhood, clan. They form themselves groups, use their minds to control our minds with government. So all the politicians that you see, all the men of God that you see, they are all coming from the Freemason lodges. So they come to tell us that our cult of nature is bad. Now they look for the satisfaction of what? Themselves and their family. Then they betray the citizens of what? The nation. So everything that was what? Spiritual aspect of our cult of nature has been taken out from us. And now they've given us what? A false god called Jesus, whereby Jesus never existed. Jesus has never existed on this planet before. There's not been any day or anywhere that a man has come from the heavens to come and sacrifice his life with a blood to save you. Nyame bia mfiri no di ni moja bi abebetra asase we so ani ya bonu asenduem no waje wasase so there be that in see that it's not real. There's no any god like that. But I'm here to tell you, everything that they said about Jesus, everything which was concerned Jesus in the Bible is a metaphor. It's a symbolic what? Actions and reactions in mother nature. Everything they told you in the Bible, everything the preacher man tells you in the Bible, everything that your men of God are telling you in the Bible, I'm here to tell you, Bible, the heavens is a bow, the earth is a bow. So the Bible, the two bows combining together, giving us the sphere, and we are in the sphere. So what they are telling you at church is not the truth. I'm telling you, there's no Jesus and the Father in the heavens. But it's a metaphor. It's a symbolic what? Actions and reactions in what? Mother Nature. So when they talk about Jesus to you, Jesus never existed. Any man of God telling you it's your grandfather, it's your grandmother, who is a demon tormenting your life, so you have to pay money to him, it's a lie. Anyone praying to Jesus, it's a lie. I'm telling you the truth. Okay? That is the truth. We pour libations. But when they talk about Jesus, anytime that a preacher man, a man of God talk about Jesus, they are talking about the S-U-N. And S-U-N, when you go to the ancient English, West, before English, the ancient 80s, okay, before the ancient languages was changed and plagiarized to English, the legalized language, S-U-N is the same as S-O-N. The sun is the same as the sun, because Ra and Raet is the sun, the S-U-N. And Ra and Raet are the children of what? Nu and Nunet, which is the primordial waters. And Nu and Nunet are the primordial immortal beings of Mother Nature. And Nu and Nunet is the children of what? Nananyame, that is the black primordial substance. So from the black primordial substance, down, immortal soul, immortal being, which is the black primordial waters. That is Nu and Nunet. Nananyame, the black substance, now gave birth to water. That is the Nu and Nunet, immortal being. Now Ra and Raet, which is the sun, S-U-N, the masculine and feminine energy of the sun, now came into being to the primordial waters. That is called the sun. So the sun is the child of what? The primordial waters. It's not Jesus. So they gave us stories in the Bible that they are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. Yes, it's true. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. The same sun that controls the days of our ancestors, the same sun that controls the days of dynasties and ages and aeons of our ancestors and ancestors, is the same sun that is guiding us. And the same sun always sets 6 o'clock p.m. and it goes to die. Darkness takes over. But every morning, when someone dies, we mourn. So the sun goes to die, so we mourn. So when the sun is arising, reincarnating from the east, because the sun is the biggest star in the constellation, called the eastern star, the Easter, because it appears from the east. So when the sun appears from the east, now there is new, the sun is new. It has gone to pass under the world, and it is new in the morning. As we mourn, it has arises in the morning, and it is new, and great is thy faithfulness. Greatest it is the sun. That does not say today I'm sick. Greatest is the sun. That does not say today I'm not well, so I will not shine. But every day when the sun sets, now the sun arises in the next morning from the east. So it is new every morning, and it is the sun. It's not Jesus. The sun is new every morning, and it is what? Faithfulness. Because since the days of our ancestors, the sun has control to live, control to shower what? Its energy, the soul energy, which is the solar energy for us. So the sun is giving us what? Every new day, a soul energy. Because our ancestors came to Mother Earth. They have what? Gone to die to Mother Earth. But still, the sun is continuing to share its energy to us. So there is new every morning, and great is thy faithfulness of the S-U-N, the sun. It's not Jesus. Motherfucker, damn. Fake pastors, fake men of God, taking the monies of our fellow Africans, fake leaders, fake government leaders. I'm here to open the truth to you as a conscious being, conscious soul. Yeah, so let's come down so that we vibrate on a higher frequency. So every day I've been telling you, S-U-N, the sun. If I'm to talk about the sun is a metaphor. Jesus is a metaphor. Jesus is a plagiarization of the sun, the worship of the sun, called Ra and Raet, or An. Okay? Do you understand? So, the sun dies on the cross. So they told you Jesus died on the cross. Okay? When you draw 360 degrees circle, when you take a compass and you draw a 360 degree circle, now the 360 degree circle represents your sphere. That is Mother Nature. And within the 360 degree circle, there is a point whereby what? The compass made within the center. That point is the what? The womb of Mother Nature. Okay? Every life came into being through that point. And within the circle of that point is the black primordial waters. Do you understand? So, from the middle, yes, there is one snake over here. Okay? There is one snake over here. So, we are just observing it, how it will come down. We'll catch it to let you see what is going on. Okay? Yeah. So, when you divide that circle, when you draw a 360-degree circle, you get a point in the middle. You draw a vertical line. Do you understand? When you draw a vertical line, understand, to divide the 360, you get 180, 180. And 180 is what? 360. And 360 is 3 plus 6 plus 0. And 3 plus 6 is 9. Plus 0 is the same as what? 9. Okay? That is 1 9. Okay. When you divide the 360-degree circle again, that is the vertical. When you divide it, 180, 180. 1 plus 8 plus 0. 1 plus 8 is 9. Plus 0 is the same as 9. Another 180 is 1 plus 8 plus 0, the same as 9. When you combine together, it's the same, giving you what? 6, 6, 6. Because 9, 9, 9. 9 is what? Interchangeable with 6. So it is 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. And this 666 corresponds to what? Carbon 18, which represent the primordial darkness, the melanin, the abatum, coming from the soul energy, the sun. So, on 21st March, the sun arises from east. And it is called the eastern star, the east star, the X star, the egg star, the oil star. When the sun arises from the east, 21st March is spring equinox. The sun now springs from death. And when the sun now springs from death, the sun is being born in the constellation of what? Virgo. And when we talk about Virgo, Virgo represents the what? The virtuous woman. Virgo is the only constellation called what? The feminine constellation within the 12 zodiac signs. So 21st March, the sun now spring over, pass over, cross over the equator. And it has what? Spring over, pass over in the constellation of what? Virgo. Virgo is the feminine energy. Now, when the sun now spring over, the sun now passes what? Into the northern hemisphere. So our ancestors celebrate what? Easter, which is the eastern star, the X star, the egg star, the oil star. So Christians celebrate Easter. It's not only Christians celebrating the Easter. It is a plagiarization of what? The celebration of the sun from the east. When the sun arises from the east, from 21st what? March. And it is called the spring equinox. So Jewish celebrate what? Passover or crossover. It is the celebration of the sun appearing from what? The spring, whereby the sun goes to the lowest hemisphere, now climaxing to the northern hemisphere. So the celebration of what? Easter is the celebration of the sun. So in spring, there is fertility. In spring, the sun starts to arise to the northern hemisphere. So in spring, that is where you see that there is a lot of rain from the heavens, from the sky goddess, coming to Mother Goddess Earth. Before everything comes to life, before there is water from the heavens, from the above, the skies, Mother Nut, it turns into black substance of space. And the black substance of space represents Busum Memfi, Busum Efi, or Kofi, which is the divine masculine energy of Mother Nature. And Busum Memfi represents the divine clouds. That tells you that everything is coming from the primordial darkness. Now, when it rains, the semen of Busum Memfi has been released to Busum Efi, Asase Efua. Now, Asase Efua now digest, receive the semen into the what? The cervix, through to the sea, the ovum, the eggs. Now, it's fertilized to give us what? Life as plants, for us to eat from what? These plants. So, on spring equinox, 21st March, it is the marriage feast. When you go to ancient Canaan, now called Israel, and Israel means Isis, Ra and El. I-S represents Isis, R-A represents Ra, and E-L represents El, element of nature. Isis represents Uset, Ra represents Usa, an element of nature, earth, fire, air and water, the element of nature. So Isis, Ra and El, through that we got what? Israel. Do you understand? And Israel was what? In ancient of days. In the Bible that they've given you was called what? Cana. And in the days of Cana, they were celebrating what? The feast. Okay? The golden feast. That is the feast celebration of what? Spring equinox, 21st March. Whereby the sun now cross over the equator, moving to the northern hemisphere. Now, that is where Mother Nature, Mother Earth, combined with what? Mother Nut, with the sun energy, to fertilize Mother Earth, so that we get plant and life for us to feed our life. So in the constellation of Virgo, now the sun cross over the equator, pass over the equator, and we call it the crossover, the Easter. Now, when the sun makes its journey to 21st June, okay, so March, April, May, June 21st. Now, the sun now goeth to the northern hemisphere on 21st June, every day, every year. On 21st June, every day, every year. This is the time the sun now moveth to the northern part of the earth. And it is the middle part of the earth. That is the center of the earth. So when the sun now spring, continuing its journey, April, May, June. Now, June 21st, the sun now goes to the most part of the earth, the heavens. And in Freemason, they call it what? The high realm above. But it is the high realm above. The high realm above. Freemasons call it high realm above, to confuse your mind. That is where the sun now moveth to the northern hemisphere, and the sun stands still for 4 hours within the skies. So on 21st June, we have long day, short night. On 21st June is the longest day of the year. The sun now spends 4 hours. After 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock, the sun spends 4 hours again without what? Moving. Now continue to make its journey to the northern hemisphere. Now, when the sun continues its journey to the northern hemisphere, in the constellation of what? Leo. Leo represents lion in the constellation. And lion, if you go to the zodiac signs, Leo is the lion. Animals are found in what? The zoo. And through the zoo, we got what? The zodiac signs. So Leo is an animal, and animals are read in the zoo. So Leo is the constellations, the representation of the stars, as what? The lion. And within that stars is where the sun goes to become what? The most high. Where the sun now move to that northern hemisphere, to that point, to become the most high. So the sun moves to the constellation of what? Leo. So Christians plagiarize this cult of nature, and they said Jesus is the Lion of Judah. Okay? It is the sun, which is in the constellation of what? Leo, representing the lion. The lion, your side here is called the lion. Your lion. That is why they pierced Jesus here. It is not Jesus, it's the sun. When the sun moves to the northern hemisphere, the middle part of the heavens, it becomes what? The middle or the balance point in the constellation of Leo. And Leo is what? The lion. So it is the sun. It's not Jesus who is the Lion of Judah. It's the sun. Jesus was having 12 disciples. We have 12 days or 12 months of the year. We have 12 hours of the day, 12 hours of the night. The 12 hours of the month, 12 hours of the day and of the night represent the 12 constellations of what? The stars in the heavens. And Jesus was having 12 disciples. It also represents what? A metaphor for the 12 constellations of the stars in the heavens. Orion constellation and what? The Milky Galaxy Way constellation, which is Ab-Or and Sa. Do you understand? So this constellation is the masculine and feminine energy, expansion and contraction, to give us what? Life on Mother Earth from the primordial darkness. So in the dark, in the night, when the sky becomes dark, that is where you see the stars. During the afternoon, the stars are moving because you cannot see. The sun is the biggest star. It has overshadowed what? All the stars. But in the night, when the sun sets, 6 o'clock p.m., when the sun goes to die, they also take presence within the primordial darkness, giving us the stars. So stars, S-T-A-R-S, is stars. But when you start, okay, with S-T-A-R-T, it becomes start. Start means to begin something. So the stars are the elements of nature, the beings, the divine conscious beings that came to Mother Nature first. And the divine star, the first star is Ra, which is the sun. It's not Jesus. So they plagiarize everything of account of nature. Okay, for us not letting us to know the truth. So 21st June is a day that the sun is now going to stand still 4 hours in the northern part of the heavens, the middle part of the heavens. So in the Bible, they told you Joshua went to war. And when Joshua, there was what? A ritual. Joshua made a ritual and they told Joshua to rise up his hand. So Joshua raised up his hand. Do you understand? And he was tired. So they said the pharaohs or the warriors now came to help Joshua in the rising of his hand. And Joshua raised his hand for 4 hours, standing still. And after the 4 hours, they conquered what? Everything. They conquered their what? Their what? Enemies. This represents the sun moving to the northern hemisphere, spending 4 hours in the heavens without moving, giving us the long day, short night of the year, the longest day of the year. Now, after 21st June, which gives us what? The summer solstice. So on 21st June is the day the sun continues to climax to the northern hemisphere. The middle part calls what? The high realm above, within the universe, the inter. And it is the celebration of the sun. Because without the sun, we are not going to get soul energy. That is the solar energy for the planet to give us what? Life. So they plagiarize everything of our cult of nature for us. So there was a great metaphor said about Jesus. And Jesus is not the sun, S-O-N, but it is S-U-N. It's the sun. It's not Jesus. So our Illuminati, our illuminated people called the Freemasons, our leaders who are our politicians, that they said they are illuminated. Okay, all the Freemasons call themselves illuminated people. But anything which starts with I-L means ill. And every ill is coming from sick. So they are coming from sick knowledge. Illuminate means light. So ill, sick, illuminate, sick light. They are coming from the presence of what? Sick light. And that sick light is coming from the infusion of our cult of nature with Jesus, for not letting us to know the sun. So when you look at the aprons of the Freemasons, they have the sun, they have the bird flying, and they have the sun rays behind the sun, behind the bird. They have the sun symbol on their aprons in the middle. Okay, Jesus calendar. You see Jesus in the calendar pointing in the heart, and within the heart of Jesus is the sun symbol. This represents the S-U-N, which is the sun. Okay, Jesus has done like this. It is the sun, the S-U-N. Okay, that is a symbol they don't want you to know. And the Illuminati, the Freemason people, they have hidden or they have hijacked the truth. Because if you know the truth, you are set free. Okay, you know their lies, you not follow them again. So they've hijacked the truth and they've given us what? Church to control our mind. So the Bible will tell you, you have to what? Live out of hair. The hair is talking about the church. Church is represented as what? A feminine energy, which is Kek. Ancient Greek word, Roman word. Kek was a goddess that eats the soul of what? His people, his men. After seducing them, having sex with them, she eats them as feed. Do you understand? This is coming from Kek, the feminine energy. So our leaders who are Illuminati, who are Freemasons, they are plagiarizing our cult of nature, our culture. Okay, so that you will not know the truth. So wherever that they will say Jesus to you, you will pray to Jesus, but your prayers will not go to Jesus, because there is no any man who liveth as Jesus. Okay, but indirectly, J-E-S-U-S is coming from I-E-S-O-U-S, which is Iosis. Iosis represents S-U-N, the sun, in ancient Greece. So I and J can be interchangeable. So they represent the I with J. So they call it what? Jesus or Jesus. Through Jesus, we got Jesus. And it is the representation of the sun. So they will tell you, the sun or Jesus opens the mind of the blind. It is not Jesus, a man who came to exist. But when the sun sets in the night, darkness appears and there is no a lot of life going on. But when the sun arises, okay, from the east in the morning, you are able to see. So when the sun sets, you go to blind, you go to darkness, you sleep with your blind eyes. So you've gone to blindness. But when the sun arises from east, now the sun arises and you wake up. So your blindness has opened. So it is Jesus. It is the sun which has opened your eyes in the blind. So Jesus causes the blind to see. It is a metaphor for the sun. The arising and movement of the sun. The constellations of the sun. Okay. And Jesus turned water into wine. Yeah, Rebecca. conscious soul, I salute you. Kwajo Main, I salute you. Melanin Gordon's son, I salute all conscious souls over here. Sure. Apia David, I salute you. So, Jesus turned water into wine. It is not Jesus who turns water into wine. It is the sun. It is the sun. And the sun, the sun, now moving from what? 21st June. Now moving to the northern hemisphere. Now the sun is becoming the most high. So 21st March, 21st June, the sun goes to the northern hemisphere. Now the sun becomes the most high. So when the sun now goes to the northern hemisphere, it spends 4 hours and it spends a lot of hours within the sky with a lot of rays. And when there is much rays on Mother Earth, there is evaporation on Mother Earth. And there is transpiration in plants. And there is respiration within animals and humans. All this corresponds to what? The loosening of water into the atmosphere. And there is what? Formation of what? Also, a mirage. When we talk about mirage, mirage is just talking about that breeze that you see on the highway when it is shining and you are traveling on what? On the highway. You see that there is what? Water, or there is what? Like a gaseous element coming from what? The tiles or the road. It is called what? Mirage. It is what? The element of water exposing to what? Mother Nature. Do you understand? So when the waters evaporate from Mother Earth, from the water bodies, transpires from plants, respire from animals and humans. Now the water goes to the clouds, to the heavens. It forms clouds. It releases what? Its energy to Mother Earth. The plant now takes the water from Mother Earth to replenish themselves, to give us what? Energy, or to give us food. And through the food being processed by the plant, the maize, the sorghum, the oil palm, we harvest them, we ferment them, we get wine. So it is the sun that attracts the energy of what? Water into the clouds to fall onto Mother Earth, for the plants to also absorb the water energy to process themselves to give us food, so that we ferment to get wine. It is not Jesus, it is the sun. Okay? It's not Jesus. Jesus never liveth. It is a representation, it is a metaphor for the sun, the sun. Okay? So Cain and Abel. Cain killed Abel. Cain represents what? The darkness. When the sun sets at 6 o'clock p.m., the sun brings about what? Darkness. The sun now goeth to die. Meaning Cain has killed what? Abel, which is the sun. Okay? And Seth was also a child of Adam. Seth also represents what? Darkness. The sun sets. The sun sets. Do you understand? So it is representation of the sun. S-U-N. It's not S-O-N. Jiosis or Iosis. If you are a Christian and you come here to teach me, you come here to insult me, you come here to do anything to me, I don't care. Okay? If you come to my life and you insult me, I don't care. But one day, know that me, I pour libation. One day, in the course of your life, as you are moving as a human being, you meet it one day in your life. I'm telling you. We don't pour libation, say, by force, something has to happen today. No. Life is a process. Life is a process. So it's Jesus, okay, that they used to represent the cross for you. So 21st June, when you draw 360, you divide it with what? A vertical. You draw 21st June as the north, 21st December as the south. Then on your right, the east, 21st March, and on your left, 21st September. This gives you what? A cross, which represents the movement of the sun across the sphere, the northern and the what? The southern and the eastern part of what? The world of the universe, which gave us what? The north, east, south, and west. So on 21st December, the sun now goes towards the lowest hemisphere. The sun dies on 21st December, whereby they told you Jesus died in 21st December. It is the sun. Because on 21st December, the sun now goes to the what? The lowest hemisphere. And the sun goes to the 0th degree. The sun does not move to any degree. It remains on the 0th degree from what? 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. So 21st, that it goes to the what? The 0th degree. So 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Now the sun now spent 3 days with what? The 20th what? With the 0th what? Degree. 3 days on the 0th degree moving. But on 25th December, the sun now arises, okay, with 1 degree moving to the northern hemisphere. So they will tell you Jesus died for 3 days and he resurrected on 3 days and he moved, and Jesus became the Most High. It is the sun which moved to the lowest hemisphere on 21st December, 0 degree, then 25th. After 3 days, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. 25th, it arises on 1 degree, moving to the northern hemisphere. So 21st December, now January, February, March, that represents what 21st March. Now the sun now cross over the equator, pass over the equator, okay, and we celebrate the Easter. Now the sun now continues to move its journey to 21st June, and 21st June represents the summer solstice. And the summer solstice represents what? Whereby the sun becomes what? The Most High. The sun goeth to the northern part, spend 4 hours of the day in the heavens. Do you understand? Now, after 21st June, the summer solstice, now the sun remains, continue to decrease again. Down 21st September, the sun continues to move. Now 21st December again. This is the 4 divisions. Vertical, horizontal. 21st June, long day, short night. 21st December, long night, short day. 21st March, equal day, equal night. 21st September, equal day, equal night. But in Ghana and in Africa, we used to what? Experience 2 weather conditions, which is dry season and wet season. But in the United States, in the Europe, Asia, and all those stuffs, they obey what? The movement of the sun, because the sun, they are in the southern hemisphere, because the map of Africa has been changed. So the north has been represented with the south, and the south have been what? Represented with the north. And the east has been represented with what? The west. And the west has been represented with the east. So the map has been turned upside down. So indirectly, they are the south, because when the sun goes to the south, the sun is not able to shine. Okay? So when you look at America, they are just controlling us, changing our calendar for us to what? Interchange our minds. So on 21st December, the sun goes to the lowest hemisphere. 21st March, the sun spring. 21st June, the sun moves to the heavens, the middle part of the heavens. 21st September, the sun continues to what? Decrease again. This gives you what? The 4 corners of what? The heavens. And on 21st March, equal day, equal night. 21st September, equal day, equal night. That is the vertical. That is the horizontal line. And the vertical, 21st June, 21st December. 21st June, long day, short night. 21st December, short day, long night. This gave us what? North, south, east, and west. Also, in the Bible, they will tell you Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John is the 4 Gospels. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John is the 4 Gospels in the Bible. This also represents the forward movement of the sun, because in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John is talking about Jesus, which Jesus also is a metaphor. It's a representation of the SU and the sun. Okay? So through the Gospels of what? Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, talking about Jesus. It's talking about what? The movement of the sun in our what? Divine cosmos, divine inter. Okay? And also, 21st June, 21st September, 21st December, 21st March also represent the 4 elements of nature: earth, water, fire, and air. This is the 4 elements of Mother Nature. And this is the movement of the sun, giving us the 4 elements of Mother Nature. Okay? So this is the movement of the sun. And the sun moves in the constellations of the 12 zodiac signs, between what? The Orion constellation and what? The galaxy constellation, the Abor and Sa. Orion is called Sa in ancient Kemet, and galaxy is called Abor in ancient Kemet, which is galaxy Orion, meaning Orion is the masculine, Abor is the feminine. Do you understand? Orion is the masculine, Abor, the galaxy, is the feminine, and the galaxy is the point which all stars are being born. When you go to science, they will tell you all the stars are being born from the galaxies. And the galaxy represent the feminine aspect of Mother Nature. Okay? So it is the sun that moves across the 12 months of the year. So Jesus was having 12 disciples. The 12 disciples of Jesus represent just January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. This represents the 12 disciples of Jesus. The 12 disciples of Jesus represent the 12 months of the year, because within the 12 months of the year, it is the sun which goes to die on 6 p.m. And it is the sun which arises on 6 a.m. for us to know that there is a day and there is a night, giving us day, giving us what? Days, giving us what? Weeks, giving us what? Months, giving us what? Years. Okay? It's not Jesus, it's the sun. So if you hate me for free. You've been colonized in your mind. Wadwen ayila. What you say? Wadwen no ayila. Me de wadwen be fia o san yem se me mabodam. What you say? So wo be hu dia, wo be hu no kura wi a wo be se wo se na wo bodam kura sin obi a wo wiase. Barnabas. Yes. Barnabas. They talk about Barnabas and Jesus in the crucifixion of what? Jesus. The person who says truth is not recognized in our society. The person who stands for justice and truth does not what? Being respected by the people of the community. So in the representation of the SU and the Son, when they represented Jesus as the Son, when they were going to crucify Jesus, there was a murderer, a rapist, and all sorts of what? Thing going on within this demonic man called Barnabas. Barnabas and Jesus' story is a metaphor. It's a symbolic actions interfering with what? Truth and lies. Whereby they've told you that the world what? Love lies more than truth. So this symbolic, I'm going to give you this symbolic reactions and this symbolic metaphor in the Bible. When they were going to crucify Jesus, they brought a man called Barnabas. And Barnabas was a stubborn man. So Barnabas should be crucified with Jesus, or Jesus should be crucified with Barnabas. And it was thrown to the public that, please, should Barnabas be crucified or should Jesus be crucified? But the people said, we want Barnabas. Barnabas was a murderer. Barnabas was a rapist. Barnabas was a stubborn cracker, gangster, a bad demonic entity. As a soul, living as a being. That Jesus was living righteous. Jesus was a righteous being. But when they asked about what? The release of Barnabas and Jesus, the people told them that they want Barnabas. They don't want Jesus. Do you understand? Yeah, somebody say Barabbas, not Barnabas. Or I don't care. I'm just giving you the symbolic actions or the symbolic meaning of this. Headless Nelson, Massa, if you come here, stop playing that stubborn here. Forget about the word. If you are able to connect with the concept, I'm gone. Okay? Anyhow you understand it. Barnabas, Barabbas, Bara this, Bara Congo, Bara America, Bara US, Bara Ghana, is Barnabas. Finish. So when Barnabas and Jesus was supposed to be released, the word said they need Barnabas. And Barnabas was a crooked man. This is telling you that, okay, the world always need what? The lies more than the truth. Whereby it is a symbolic action telling you that the world in this world that we are living, our fellow human beings that we are living with them, our people, our citizens that we are living with them on this planet, they want lies more than truth. So they told the soldiers that they need Barnabas. This is a symbolic, this is a metaphor telling you that the world always wants what? Lies more than truth. So anyone who stands as a righteous soul like me, anyone who stands as a virtuous human being to bring the truth like me is always what? Embarrassed. So what happened to Jesus in the Bible that they told you, what happened to Jesus is just a metaphor. It's a symbolic reactions telling we that we are enlightened, that we are awakened, that this is what the society, this is what the people are going to tell or going to say about us. They don't want the truth. They want the lies. So people jubilate and they follow the politicians. People jubilate and on Sunday they go to church. Hey, and they forget about their ancestors. Nothing is. You are mad. Your mind is changed. Okay? Indians don't follow just Christianity. Chinese follow their cult of nature. North Korea, they follow their cult of nature. South Korea, they follow their cult of nature. Why? That now we are accepting the what? The colonized cult of nature, and we've forgotten about cult of nature. And when someone is explaining the truth of our cult of nature, you now come to seduce the minds of our people. Me, I don't care. Anyhow you call me, I don't care. Okay? If I'm mad, I like the way I am. I dey like him. Okay? If I'm a mad person, I dey like him. It's my life. If I'll be awkward, I'll be my life. If I be Sakawa, I'll be my life. But I'm resonating as African to tell you the truth. Okay? Yes. People telling me Otolo is awkward. Otolo is awkward. Otolo is this. Otolo is this. Otolo is saying there is no God. Me, I don't care. Hey, if you meet me, and you see, unfortunately, those that they are able to tell me all this, when they see me, they are not able to approach me. You understand? Yeah. Yes. Those that they are telling me I'm mad, they talk bad things about me. I see them. And when I see them, they are not able to respond to me. Why? Eh? You are telling me I'm spoiling your... If you are going to your church, you are going to your mosque, you are going to your secret place, me, I'm coming to tell you that there is a truth more than what they've revealed to you. Okay? So if you hate me, I don't care. It doesn't take any penny from my pay at work. It doesn't take any penny from my life. But it takes the pains within my heart to come and tell you the truth, and you are sitting down insulting me. If you come here, you don't insult me. Just calm down. Listen to what I'm saying, okay? And go and take your Bible. Please, calm down. Get your pastors or so-called men of God and ask them these questions I've been telling you. These explanations. They cannot explain to you. It is the sun. It is the sun that arises from... Every day, don't you wake up and see that the sun arises from east? Every day, when it is night, don't you see that the sun go to west and the sun now go to set? And when the sun sets, don't you see that it's darkness that appears? And when the sun sets and darkness appears, don't you see that it is the stars that are moving? And in the next day, when you wake up, don't you see that the sun is moving? And we have what? 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 p.m., 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 hours, giving you the 12 hours of the day and of the night. 6 to 6, 12 hours, 6 to 6 nights. It is the movement of the sun. It's not any man Jesus. Can't you see? Now me my brother may be no question actually I catch him say me bodam. Me do catch him say my bodam and family ho. What you say? Me papa me free fee. Me papa catch him say me some bosom to me free fee. Me papa my father sacked me from home. Last year December 2020 December. My father sacked me from home. Yeah, my father sacked me from home. Last year 2020 my father sacked me from home. And he told me if I'm not going to church, I should leave his house. And if I'm going to worship the Orishas, the Obosom, or the deities, I should go to wherever I worship my deities. Then I lived. That night, I left the house. Okay? Deities are my professions. I love deities. I love Abosom. Me pabosom asem. Masa, diedro, na beon ho na sombosom. Sombosom. Mosom. Mo means thanks. Som means giving honor. Wealth, sheep. The value of your wealth, and you are giving praises to that worship. Through that we got worship. Okay? Me som bosom. What you say? Number papa mo me free fie. Na me free fie. Na me kotra baby. What you say? And so me papa ti me frɛ me say opiska. Jesus sika no wen. Afa de bosom sika de ope. And yensem na ne ka. Yensem bebre na koso my life. It is a lot of stories which has happened within my life. My own family people, my own family members told me that I'm mad. My own family people don't love me. I'm telling you. My own friends, my own colleagues who speak to me, who talk to me. Behind me, they say bad things about me. I know all of them. Anyone who comes here to listen to my message, I know you. Anyone who talks about bad things behind me, I know you. I'll not mind you. So when I see them, you see that they are shivering. When I see them, then they are shivering. Yes, I'm a righteous soul. Me, I'm righteous soul. I'm telling you the truth. I don't play jokes in my life. We don't kill human beings. Like I've summoned a lot of our politicians off. Okay, I can kill human beings simple. But in nature's law, we human beings don't kill human beings. We submit to nature for nature to kill human beings. Like most of our leaders are men of God, they are gone. They are nothing. I'm telling you, any man of God telling you Jesus talks to him. Jesus never talked to any man of God in Ghana and everywhere. It's the Son. Jesus is being yamini pebi and kasada. Baby biala woman na mekachero. Wherever that you are, Jesus don't talk to any man of God. It's a lie. It's the greatest slave tool to colonize our mind, to bring your heart and your soul down. Now be catch him say me mabodam. Me bie no kura so catch me catch him say me mabodam. What you say? Bible no catch you say do not kill. Yes, David, do not kill. What you say? The Bible even say do not kill. Do you understand? So I will not kill. Okay? Like I've summoned a lot of our leaders. Ekufuado will be the first person to go. Like I've summoned Ekufuado first time. Okay? Me, I don't fear them. Then Duncan Williams will follow. Duncan Williams, that foolish fake man, Duncan Williams. Like Ekufuado na me kunu first. Na Duncan Williams be na toaso. Na me de usu be mpanso atoaso. Kosi ewu anso atoaso. O kwase asem no mu di organ na ma tell me say bibi we wiase. Because asem no can Jesus ultimately nya. Jesus cannot do anything for Africans. Jesus is a fake God. Jesus never existed. It's a mental slavery. Colonizing our mind. Shout out. I love everyone, okay? At times when I'm hitting like this, I don't want to go viral again because at times, these are our leaders, what they are doing. I don't want to talk about them. We don't kill, but we subject them to nature for nature to deal with them. That is why every day if I hold wine, I subject them to the forces of Mother Nature, to the waters, the sky goddess, Mother Earth goddess, and all the forces of nature, so that they should deal with them. And they will deal with them. One day, they will all meet. TB Joshua is gone. I know he's not gone, but indirectly they are telling us he's gone. Okay? Freemasons, they've given him another agenda. TB Joshua is gone. A lot of pastors are going to follow. Motherfucker. You will go. You will see where the power lies. Share for everyone. Please. Within my previous videos, I have a PayPal account. You can support us with our spiritual center community. Any amount you can donate to us, we accept. So if you look at this colonization going on, we cannot continue to be colonized people because we are the real cells of Mother Nature. So please, in my previous videos, I always have a lot of my videos in my Facebook page or Facebook account. Okay, so Nana Efia Briba Kofi Kwai Samampuom is my name. Facebook. Okay, and if you want to contact me too, my number is 0246 16 8018. Do you understand? For any awakening message. And also, please, do not listen to the politicians. They are enriching themselves for themselves and their family. They are not doing anything for you. Your vote does not count. Your vote does not count. So that hurt.